Growth therapy. Okay, test.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Wow. We really come a long way. We did an episode called, for the first time, it's called Friends with Benefits. I have to see if that's even still up.
That was a long time ago.
We recorded that episode before I even premiered. I batch recorded a bunch.
Yep. Yeah, I remember we went to Panini Cafe and you told me about the podcast.
Was it really?
I actually have pictures from that night.
Stop, send it to me.
Yeah. I have pictures from. We look so cute. So freaking cute.
I love this for us.
Yeah, no, I look at those pictures often and I'm like, damn, me and Steph done came a long way. That's my girl.
We've been friends for so long. Okay, so let's get into it because I know the people have been dying to know where the fuck have you been. Anyways, hi guys. It's me, Stefanie Maegan, your host of Growth Therapy. I guess the fuck what? Sixelaafiercee OG
it's your girl
is back on the pod. I gotta make sure this is recording. We're good. Yeah.
It is your girl. Hi guys.
And if you're new here, I'm so sorry you have not been getting to know Sixelaafiercee because she has been on the show since I started in 2016.
Yep.
Which is crazy because 2016 is 7-8 years ago now.
That in itself is ridiculous. We were raving about Summer 16, and that was a decade ago.
So there's something really special and crazy about just 2016 in general. People reference 2016 so much, 2016 makeup, the politics, and just
it
just
was
the culture.
Crazy year. Yeah.
It was such a crazy year because we went from having a black president to
You think that's
that's one. That's one aspect.
I didn't think about that, but I think because I think it always reminds me of the one summer I was outside.
Yeah, and we were prime in our 20s.
What?
Broke as
out
hell.
Here. What I was I was a thin mommy.
Same. The broke girl diet.
What?
Bitch.
Slim ting.
I was so hungry because I couldn't afford eating out. All I ate was just ground beef and rice.
I be thinking I'm struggling, but then you look at me, baby, I'm thick as fuck right now. This is
okay. Me too. It's the panini. It's the pandemic.
It's the real blessed behavior.
It's abundance.
Yeah, this is what abundance.
It's because we ain't broke no more.
Exactly.
We've been eating outside.
Also, we're older. I could cook better.
Right.
My high snacks be on point.
The shit don't just you. We also were not going to the club dancing every night. You know what I mean? I'm not living off of cigarettes. So things are just different. My body doesn't take in. Oh, stop.
Scroll back and forth.
I remember that vest. Why do we look so young? Your eyebrows are so 2016. This 2016 has a look, and this looks like 2016.
Yeah, it does.
Everyone was doing the beat, Kylie lip kit was a thing.
I definitely was face was beat
you never wear makeup, but your face looks beat in a good way. Obviously not I don't know if y'all are new here, but
it's crazy when I look back at that time.
Remember that vest?
So insecure.
I
was so fake confident.
We all were. We were just trying to get through. We were just trying to survive and just had
trying to fake it so you make it to the craziest degree.
For sure. How do you think that you were fake confident? What did you do to fake that confidence? Sorry.
I think when I look back at my body, I thought I was so much bigger than I was. Same. So much heavier, and I look back and I'm like, oh my god, you look so good. You look so good.
Body dysmorphia is such a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
And it robs you of just all of those moments, right? When you think you look a certain way, but you look back and you're I don't even look even an ounce of what I thought I looked. And I wish I could go back and just fucking flaunted it and embraced it and just loved it.
And the thing is, I did, but it wasn't in a very genuine way. I feel I was very overt with my confidence, and obviously this comes with age. I'm older now, I'm 30, and it's kind of I felt like there was I never did too much, never had to do too much, but right. I feel like me then, she was trying to like seek validation, and now, baby, I love me regardless if you love me. Like I'm like very intentional about the way that I feel about myself, and like back then I was just this is so fucking real. I wanted to be someone I wasn't.
Ooh. Who did you want to be, and who were you?
A combination of different people. Like I wanted like my body to look a certain way, and I wanted to like be hella working out and like doing all this different stuff. Right. And like I didn't think I was good enough because I was subconsciously comparing myself to like people on Instagram and like all the bloggers and models and stuff like that. I didn't realize that I was doing it then. I was observing them, but I didn't realize how mentally it was really fucking me up. Now,
oh, for sure.
Especially because I've lived in so many different places. Instagram is not the real world.
Oh, no. I think that, like, back then, because
we thought it was, because we didn't really...
Because it was still so new. So, like, there's only so much that you could saturate or you feel like could be saturated. Right. You're not totally exposed yet to, like, how fake shit could be.
What?
But, like, now I think even just the younger generation even knows that, too. Like, it's just become just so saturated. We see it now. And, like, we see people in person, you know, compare them to how they are.
Also, like, TikTok will tell you, like, how people are doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
People are doing PJ sets, and they're like going to IKEA and taking pictures, and you think these people live in these homes, you know, like there's this whole production behind it that we didn't, and I even worked in social, so it's like but I didn't think people were doing it to that degree. And I think like living in big cities like Atlanta and Houston and now Miami, I'm like, no, like there are people still living real ass fucking life.
Right.
And I mean, not to compare myself to anyone else, but like from where I came from, I'm doing it. I'm looking fucking good while I'm doing it. I'm fucking like it's real.
Yeah.
Like the more I lean into me, the better I look and I feel. And back then I think I thought I needed to lose weight, or I needed to do my hair a certain way or dress a certain way to get certain things. And it's like, no.
You don't need to do any of that. So whatever you're happy with. Yeah. But it's crazy because back then, like, you really were, like, such an inspiration for me. I don't know if you, like, know that. We could cry, but that's fine. You were, like, I remember, like, I would just be so nervous to even, like, post a selfie, right? Or, like, even promote myself. I remember you just be like, girl, it's your Instagram. It's your Instagram. And, like, promote your shit. And it was like, you just made it so simple, like, yeah, just own your shit. And I would see you, and you were so, like, confident, and you're, like, unapologetically you. Obviously, we know that, like, now you admit that if, you know, you were just, like, covering up something. But like, in hindsight, like, you were very, like, unapologetically you still.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially, I was definitely
like, even if you were, like, because I knew you as a friend, I knew that there was insecurities because you're human. However, I was like, but regardless, like, she's still just like her.
Yeah.
Like, and you own your shit, you know? And so that was always really inspiring, like, to see, because I was like, damn, okay, so, like, you know, I'm also not, like, a really tiny person, and, like, let me own my shit, too. Like, guys could, like, this extra, like, thickness, like, it's cool. Like, it's nothing to be ashamed of, because where I'm from, Santa Clarita, like, all my friends and the people that I grew up with were like, the culture in general was just the skinnier, the hotter, you know? And I was always, you know what, like, looking back, like, I always was small, but I wasn't as small as what the beauty standards were. Like, I still, like,
you were, like, in between.
I was always in between, you know? Like, even when I was, like, tiny, it's like, but there was always so many other people skinnier than me.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And so it was, like, I could never be, like, the skinny one. You know what I mean? Because I was always just kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
And so, like, to have you as, like, a friend was like, such a good influence to, like, to embrace that. So, like, when I was dating and I was, like, going through my whole phase, like, I would tap into that. Like, you know, whatever. Like, I would tap, and I wouldn't try to be like, I'm Sixelaafiercee, but I'd be like, she got that, like, I could get that too.
No,
shit,
definitely, definitely.
So, like, you were, whether I knew it or not, like, you were an influence on me in that way. So, if, like,
that makes me happy.
Yeah, so, like,
you
just faking it, like, I don't think it was that.
I don't think, it wasn't, like, fake. I think it was, like, it was something I was putting on every day.
Yeah. But it also wasn't as damaging as maybe you might think it was.
No, I don't think it was damaging, because when I like sit back and think about it now, it was like something. So like, okay, if you're testing out something, it's like you're putting it on. Like, it's like I put this jacket on to get a vibe, right?
Right.
And then I take it off. But then, like, when you start doing it so much, you become it.
Right.
And I feel like I've become
that.
Who 2016 Six was trying to be.
Right.
I feel like I've become her now, and I'm just like, okay. Even like my body is just telling me like, girl, let's level up.
But I think your 2016 self want to be who you are today.
Definitely. She was doing the work. Like, her putting it on every day was what, if she didn't do that, then I wouldn't be here. And so that makes me feel good that like you were able to take from that, because I was just trying shit on.
Right.
Like, I was just in the dressing room. Like,
you're like, what fits, what works, what looks good, what do I feel good in?
Because like you mentioned the pandemic. Like, when the pandemic came, that gave me an opportunity to like completely rebrand myself. And I don't know if you remember, like I kind of did this whole like, I want to be opulent, so I'm going to be opulent. Yeah. Like, I did this whole like little glow up moving to Atlanta, and I think that like
you just push yourself out of like your comfort zone a lot. Yeah. I think that was like the start of it, and you're still doing it now, which we'll get to. But yeah,
it's like the things that I wanted to do, I just had to jump out and do them. And even though I was uncomfortable and like, I don't know, I think I'm addicted to like the next thing. Yeah. What's my, like, I want to be a constant work of art.
Right.
And I think like me being where I'm at, what I've been going through the past, my Saturn's return whooped my ass. Steph knows all about it. Like,
we had so many FaceTime calls and tears, and
when I tell y'all, Steph, I low key, she needs to be like, go to school for therapy, bro. Like, get certified. You wouldn't be able to be my therapist, but because I'd rather have you as a friend. I get both. Yeah. But like the way, like, we're talking about my evolution, your evolution.
Oh, girl, yeah, you've seen that.
Like, even
describe how I was before.
Sometimes, like, when we're talking, especially like going through my Saturn's return and moving and everything, stuff's been there on the other side of every move, and like the words that you speak to me are like, aww. Because it's like, I know you went through it. Like, yeah. I'm like right behind
like you. It's like, where this is coming from. It's almost like it's not just like I'm pulling this shit out of my ass trying to say all the right things. It's like,
no, I've seen you go through it, and then for you to be able to like, you know how they say like reach back and pull me up is what I feel like you're doing when you're encouraging me. Like, I'm just like, fuck, okay, if Steph got it, then I got it. Because I remember when Steph thought she didn't have it, but now she has it. You know?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that we've always like been helped each other throughout the years, like without like really knowing it, you know?
No, honestly, like even with the podcast, like when you first did it, like I had a podcast for a little minute. Yeah. Like I feel like one thing about you is you're going to put people on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you're going to do that, number one, intentionally, but always unintentionally. Aww. Just the way that you show up. Yeah. And so like the growth, like even when you were your wild self, there was like magic in that. And now this mature version of you. Yeah. Child.
Yeah, I just want like if I'm like going up, like I want my people there with me. Right. You know what I mean? Like especially the ones that like I believe in. Right. I see like has, like potential. Like I'll really like sometimes put people on too much where people are like like right. For instance, like this isn't a shade, but like the twins, right? Mm-hmm. Like I remember I started really kind of putting them on and like teaching them how to podcast, and I remember like people were like, maybe you shouldn't be giving your juice too much. Like, you shouldn't be giving people, like, how to do this. And I'm like, no, because I feel like, why not do it together? Why is it got to be a competition, Because, like, yes, I could teach them how to do A, B, and C, but they're not me. and I'm not them. So like we're gonna do it differently. Like
you're gonna speak to different audiences, and
exactly.
And that's why you keep on elevating, and you like that's why broker therapy is where it is, because you're selfless in that regard. Like you're like willing to pour into people and not worried about if it's gonna take from you. Just trusting that like there's space for everybody, and that's just that's real lit shit.
Stop. Get us reflect. Okay, you guys, this is fun fact. It's the first time we've seen each other in like 3 years. Mm-hmm. So we're really like just taking it. We're just like reminiscing right now, just taking it all in, and just
real sentimental.
Real sentimental. Because and you even said earlier, like it's kind of weird being with you in person because like I only see you.
Her whole life is different.
Yeah, but also like you're always on my iPad.
You know what I mean? Know that's so crazy. I think it's like
you're always on this. Like Six is always on this.
To hop out. Yeah, it's like I hopped out the iPad. Yeah, and into your house.
Yes. Yes.
And it's like, oh my God, you like that wasn't a show. Like you really live with a man. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, you're like, oh wait, this isn't like
this isn't
what
fake.
I'm seeing on the internet. Yeah.
Like it's not smoke and mirrors. This is real.
Yeah.
Like it's.
I know you were like you had a moment earlier. You're like, wow, you live with the man. I'm like, girl.
And the thing is, like,
I lived it for a while too, so it's not even like news. But it feels because it's like you haven't been here physically.
I haven't seen like it's so crazy. Like, yeah.
I know.
Life hits you fucking fast, bro.
Girl, that's why I need to go visit you in Miami. Like, it's been on my mind, like, to go. Because, one, I've always wanted to go to Miami.
You haven't been?
I've never been. And I don't think I've ever been to Florida, no.
I hadn't been before I left.
And you went up and... Okay, so we need, like, updates on Six because she's never on this podcast. And she's in town. And that's why I was like, you need to come on. We need to hang out. So, like, what's going on, bitch?
Where do we start?
So you live in Miami now.
Live in Miami. Okay, so let me give you a little for that. I lived in Houston. The last time I talked to y'all, we did an episode.
Let's just go back to Louisiana because you've been really hopping around.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go back. 2020, I moved to Atlanta. After Atlanta, I went to stay with a friend in Virginia Beach for like 2 months. Then I lived in Louisiana for a year. Yeah, a year. And then after Louisiana, I moved to Houston. Lived in Houston for a year and some months. And then back in September, I moved to Miami, Florida.
Crazy. So just all around the South.
Yeah, it's been an interesting journey.
Which one's your favorite so far that you've lived in?
Houston.
Really?
Yeah.
Not LA?
No.
You don't miss LA?
To live in? No.
So Houston is your favorite, which is crazy because when you first moved, you were like crying to me, like, I can't find my people. I was like, because Texas just sucks. Honestly. No offense, because I have a lot of listeners in Texas and I love you guys, but
So when I first moved to Houston, I was in a really rough place, like financially, mentally. Spiritual warfare was crazy. Yeah. And so like I think like I wanted that move to fix everything. I wanted it to be like, oh, okay, I moved out of my parents' house, like I'm back on my own, everything fall in order. And that wasn't what was going on. And so I wanted things before they were meant to happen. Yeah. And then I ended up getting everything I wanted, but I had to go through my own process. So the first 6 months was gruesome. It was ridiculous. I was couch surfing.
Right.
I honestly, my whole time in Houston, I didn't have a permanent place to live. I was just moving around and had different little temporary situations. So that was for me like really difficult because, I mean, I want a home, but I also like lived downtown for 5 years, lived in North Hollywood for 2 years, lived at my grandma's house for 20-something years, like, so it's like I'm not having a stable little situation that I knew like, oh, I could go shopping and all my clothes are just going to be here, like that kind of stuff was really difficult. But then 2023 came in and it was my redemption year.
Right.
Like 2022, I had to let go of a lot. Like, child, my car got repoed. Like, I couldn't find a place to live, and I ended up filing for bankruptcy. Like, it was a lot. Yeah. Like, a lot was going on financially, and, like, God was really just, like, repositioning me. But then, 2023 came in. I was making more money than I ever made. I was like going on a trip every month last year. I think I went somewhere, did something. I was outside.
Right. Living your life.
Like, truly living my life. I had so much fun. And I was just meeting people as I was going. I was going out by myself, doing different things, meeting different people, connecting with different people. I realized in the beginning of Houston, I wasn't open. So I was complaining. You know when you're complaining and it's like, well, bitch, do something about it. Right. That I was like, fuck this. I like this is not what I want. Like, I want it to be different. I want my money. I want all of the things. And I had to find happy without that.
Damn. And that's hard. That's a hard thing. Hell. Especially as someone like where we like nice things.
Baby.
So to,
you see the glitter?
It's almost like you had to like humble yourself.
Yeah, I really did. Like, God humbled me in a couple different ways. But then I remember like meeting my friend Samara, and I met her at an art show, and it was just like organic. Like, I was just like, oh, like she feels like my person, you know, like tribe vibes. You had a
connection instantly.
And then over time, it just Nay came, and then we added another girl to the group, and so I had like a little girl group, and I actually had different friend groups in Houston, which was really dope.
That is dope.
Yeah. So like when I go back, like I have people there. So Houston ended up being everything I wanted LA to be.
Really? How so? Just like having your people?
People, community, just like my experiences. I realized I lived way more life in the year in Houston than I did my years, my like early 20s living downtown. I didn't really live. I worked and we drank.
We were drunk all the time. And you lived, okay. Like, okay, for me, I lived in a dungeon, which was like crazy enough, right? Like, you lived in an apartment in downtown LA with like how many people? Girl? 6 people in a 2-bedroom. 3 bedroom. Yeah. So that means that's 2 person each room.
Mm-hmm. That's like a dorm.
Which is, I know people do that in college, and that's like the age, you know, but it's crazy. It's just crazy to me because I just can never share a room because I snore so loud and I'm so messy, and I just could never. That's why I never like went to college, like honestly, like a real college, like dorms.
Oh, stuff. Wow.
Like I never wanted to dorm. Like that experience to me just felt so like to share a room, like, and I don't know if that just sounds like very privileged. I've had to share a room growing up with my brothers and stuff like that, so it's like I've obviously had to experience that, but. Like, I just knew because of how bad my snoring was and how messy I was like, I'm not about to put myself in a situation because nobody's going to want to live with me. Right. You know?
I mean, me and Nay were roommates.
Okay.
Growing up. But for me, it was like this. At first, I was like, this is so fucking cool. Yeah. Like, I didn't know nobody doing it how I was doing it.
And you thought you liked it?
I thought it was so fucking cool. And I invite people. We had people over all the time.
You did.
And at one point, like because when I moved in, I didn't really know anybody.
It was just so many people. I was exhausted every time I came home.
Yeah, it was.
I was like, I'm here for 6. Anyone else?
But it was like, at that time, it was like really lit. And I think that's why.
You just want to party. You got your girlfriend.
We always had kickbacks. We drink, go to the pool.
Yeah, I know other people who have done that too. That's very college for sure.
I thought it was so cute.
I just never was like I'm okay with having roommates. Like I actually enjoy having a roommate. Right. Like in my last place, when I roomed with Jess, you know, like I always enjoy it because I like having at least one person there. But I'm also like, as extroverted as I am, I'm such an introvert at home. Like, even with my own like boyfriend, I'm like, I need my own room. Like I still need like a place like for me because I get really.
No, I feel that. For me, I love being around people, and like moving from LA, like I was isolated, and
so going from like living with 6 people.
Mm-hmm, it went from 6 to 3. I mean, to 2 other people, so 3 of us.
That was a cool little situation you had
in North Hollywood
with Jazz and Kude show.
Yeah, that was cool. It was that I manifested the fuck out of.
Everyone, it was like a townhome. Everyone had their own room. We were sharing, and it was like everyone was like, you know, like
the vibe was
a
cool.
young professional.
Yeah, it was. I was
but
really.
But you was still like partying and shit. Like it was a good vibe.
I was really on my like my corporate bay.
Yeah, like you.
It was. I was a very very marketing girly. Lives in a townhome. It was cute.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it was a cute little moment. I loved it.
That was a cute ass era. And we would have cute little like dinners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I got into my like that. That was really fun. And then moving to Atlanta was like I was in a roommate situation again, and that was really fun too.
Cause homeboy.
I was trying to skate over that, but Steph she don't miss a beat, okay? No, I mean, he was an incentive, but...
he wasn't a reason, but he just so happened to be there.
You know, as God intended.
Yeah.
Like, that was...
Because he's a very good-looking dude.
Very good looking.
Shout out to...
Winston.
Winston.
That's his nickname.
I love that.
My sisters call him that.
That's so funny.
This feels like So the Pod. Like, what's your fake names?
I know. Oh my God, yeah. Because I like don't even use fake names anymore. I'm just out here being like, yeah, Brian fucks me. You know what I mean? Like everyone knows who he is.
Yeah, no, but y'all can't know. This man's name is Winston.
Yeah, no, because I would say Davion was I could say Davion. Morgan, eventually I could say Morgan. And then Charles was the fake name that I would use. But his real name was Harold.
I was going to say that wasn't his real name.
No, Harold. But I said Charles a lot that I feel like people in my real life thought that was really what was his name.
Harold. That's the guy we met at the party.
Yeah. I was like, okay. That was a fun night.
Mm-hmm.
I felt very desired that night.
Mm-hmm. That was cute.
So this was like prime single Steph, you know? And I just went into this night being like, I just want to have a good time. Like, I legit was like, I just want to dance. I just want to drink, be with Six. Like, I really had
we used to have such cute going out nights.
You would. And I love just hanging out with you. Like, we just had so much fun. Should we do tonight? Just kidding. Like, whatever, fuck it, right? But I was just like, I just want to dance and have a good time with my friend Six. And, like, when you're just in that, like, mode, for some reason, you would, like, attract people. And for some reason I just kept attracting like so many guys, like, and I know I think there was like moments where I was like alone, but I would like guys were like buying me drinks. And that doesn't happen all the time because
honestly every time we went out Steph got chose.
No, bitch, because you would be like making out with the homeboy, remember?
Which one? I've made out with plenty.
I was like, because I would always make out with them though. I would just be talking. I don't ever make out at that time of my life. Early 20s, I was, but
I was earlier 20s. I was making,
you were making out all the time, but I'd be like hanging out with his friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember? Oh my gosh! Remember there was this like one short guy. This was at Black.
Girl,
was that Black? That's the.
Yes, Black.
Yeah.
So sorry. There's a lot of things happening with my body right now.
No, that used to be our spot. Black,
the Virgil.
Mm-hmm. What's the place? It's so Tenant of the Trees.
Tenants of the Trees.
Is that
one? But that one like is kind of bougie. Like it was so LA.
That's why I loved it.
Like sometimes it's like they wouldn't even let you in, even though it was like not packed. Like you would have to say like a certain name. Like
really?
Yeah. Sometimes
you must have knew some names because we got in every time.
We did. Yeah. I don't know how. I think because we would go early. I was an early person. Because I don't know if you ever remember, but I was going to bars early, bitch. I was hitting that shit up at 10. People don't arrive till like
you're right
midnight if you really think about it.
Oh my gosh, do you remember that one guy?
Which one?
And we drove to West Covina.
Girl, do you really want to bring this up? Because last time I brought it up, you got mad at me.
Did I? Oh, okay, so this guy.
Bones.
Yes, Bones. Yeah, that was good.
Okay, no, so we went to Tenants of the Trees with like a random coworker. I don't even know. Shout out to her for her name. My bad. Whatever. And so, but her friend was the one that picked us up, and we ended up going to like a Denny's in West Covina.
Was the guy?
Oh wait, no. Okay, so I went to Tenants of the Trees. I went to the bathroom to pee, and as I'm peeing, it was like a family stall almost. It was almost like there was a urinal and then also like a toilet. And I was like peeing in the toilet and some guy was like using the urinal. And he like looked at me and he like was doing cocaine. And he was like, oh, do you want some? And I'm like, sure. So I'm peeing on the fucking toilet, bitch. He comes over and gives me a bump as I'm sitting on the fucking toilet peeing.
Bitch!
This random stranger.
Stuff.
And so I just watched Griselda.
I love Griselda.
So good. Griselda. But anyways, so I got out there and I was like, I just did cocaine. It was a random dude in there. Anyways, and then homegirl's friend picked us up, and then there was a guy in the back seat, and I remember being like, oh, you're cute. And he's like, all right, you can sit with me. And then talking to him, I found out he was 21. So I was like, never mind. And then you started flirting with him because I like tossed him to you.
Passed it to the homie.
Because it wasn't a homie because we were all in the back seat. And so he was like trying to hook up with us. Mm-hmm. Like he was trying to make like a threesome in the back.
And I was like, Steph, would you be down? She was like, no.
I was like, no, because first time I was done. I was like, he's 21. Like, ill.
Yeah, Steph, how you had to be like.
I had to be like 26.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, ill. You're
and I mean,
baby.
I was like, I had to be like 23. So I was like, we could do something. My ass.
Always. He was cute though.
He was.
So
the D was good.
The D was good.
Yeah.
I mean, they call him Bones for
he
son.
boned, okay.
You know how to bone.
There you go.
He got that bone. But yeah, and so yeah, he was trying to hook up with us and trying to make it a threesome in the back seat, and my coworkers in the front.
I feel like I had sex with him in the car.
That night?
I think so. Like you guys, I don't remember me.
I think we went inside and you guys stayed.
Yeah.
You're all nasty. But yeah, you were like, Steph, like, I'm totally down. I must have
been on some shit.
We were drunk. We were obviously fucked up.
Had to be.
And I was like, no, he's 21. I'm not down. Let's be a brat. I should have just done it. Whatever. Just for the plot.
No, know? Honestly, there's a lot of moments that I hesitated and I shouldn't have.
What do you mean?
Like, oh my God, there was one time me and my friend, she invited me to a Dodgers game, and after that we went to like the bars on over by like Shortstop and stuff like that. We met these girls.
Shortstop, that's another one.
We met these girls and we like ended up just like hanging out. Why did we have a full-blown lesbian moment?
Dude, okay, you come across so many lesbian orgies and I'm so jealous. Because this happens to you a lot in, like, every city. Like, I feel like you go to a new city, you're like, oh, my God, I had an orgy. I'm like, how? I have not, like, come across a fucking orgy. Ever. Ever. It's never happened.
It's something I think about often. So that's probably why.
I think about it often, too. I'm a
master manifester.
No, because we talked about this. I want to be a lesbian so bad. Like, I want to fuck a girl so.
Let me tell you.
And you fucked a lot of girls.
No, I've only fucked one girl.
But you had orgies.
Oh, no, two. Okay, two.
But, like, I feel like it was more, bitch.
No.
You're not telling me.
No.
Really? You promise?
I wish it. No, yeah, it was only one. So it was the threesome in Houston. And then
okay, can you tell me, like, what happened when you had sex with a girl?
Well, okay, so I got to this. Okay, the guy, I met him at a bar in Houston, and I let him take me home. Some fire ass dick.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Would you be down to do a threesome?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I know someone, and I think it'll be a vibe." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And he's like, "Do you have like any requirements?" And I was like, "I just want her to be cute, but like not prettier than me."
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, cool." So then he he like hit me up and he made it like, he was like, "Here, like send me her picture." I was like, "Oh, she's cute." And
was she like was it a thick Latina?
No, she's black.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I love that my first time was black.
I love that.
Yeah, I was real.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah, and she was like thick like me. Like it was cute.
Yeah.
So I pull up to his house and like I've already been there. So pull up to his house. We're like chilling or whatever, drinking. He has that like all laid out, like vibes provided, right?
See, this is what I need.
He got us food and like drinks and everything.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, no, he's great.
Yeah.
I actually hit him up when I was in Houston not that long ago. He's cool.
Yeah.
And so she comes, and then we're just all chilling. We smoke, and then after we've smoked, she like, I think we started playing a game, And, like, I had to put, like, ice in my vagina or something like that. And then she ended up, like, kissing me, and then it just went from there.
Aww.
And
was kiss good?
All of it was great, honestly. I think about that night a lot.
You do. So, like, who did what? What did you do?
Everything.
You licked her vagina?
Yeah.
How did you do it?
What do you... Your face right now! Oh,
how did you do it?
Like, I just imagine if it was my vagina, how would I want it to be licked?
Okay. I don't know. Maybe
like,
you could, like, to show for the camera.
Bitch, no. You know that's a fucking soundbite, me.
I'm just trying to get us to go viral, bitch.
Not trying to get us to go viral. No. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, it got to a point where I was just like fucking with her harder than I was fucking with him, and his dick was fire, but I just wasn't.
You were just so like into her.
What?
Oh, so did you do like you rubbed each other's clits, like clits were rubbing against?
Oh my God.
How does that feel to have a clit on clit action?
Girl. It's like, okay. You know, do you I know you used to not masturbate. Do you?
I have a vibrator, and I thought I had a gonorrhea the other day because of a vibrator, but I'm not going to go there.
Okay.
I don't have gonorrhea.
Okay, it's hard to explain if you don't actually touch yourself. So, like, if you touch yourself and, like, you're playing with your own clit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because it doesn't, like, the way you touch yourself and the way somebody else touches you is...
It's like tickling yourself. It's like tickling yourself versus not tickling yourself. No?
No, it's like, it's just like on another level. Like your nerve endings get really sensitive.
Is this really what?
Mm-hmm. So like imagine your clit, you rubbing on your own clit times 2. And then it's like, then you feel the like energy from the other body. That shit is fire.
Damn.
Like,
I've never had that.
You need that. You would really enjoy that.
I think I would.
You would really enjoy that. Ugh. Like, yeah. Like, I'm wet thinking about it.
I know. I'm kind of wet, too.
Yeah.
Like, I want to, go to, like,
I'm definitely
lesbian nightclub right now. Just to, like, is there such a West Hollywood, maybe?
Probably.
Anyways. But I wish a man could just, like, put an orgy together. Like, I just need someone to facilitate it. You know? And maybe it just needs to happen, because if it's facilitated, I'm going to be overthinking. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm manifesting a threesome.
There we go.
And I'm manifesting hooking up with a girl this year. It's going to happen. Mark my words. 2024 is my lesbian era.
Come on, lesbian era. Yeah. No, honestly, girl sex is fire.
Okay.
So fire. Especially rubbing the clits.
So would you, like, identify as, like, bisexual?
No.
It's just like
I like to have sex with girls, but that's it.
That's it. That's not like
I'm not going on a date with you. I'm not doing that.
You're like, no, don't take me out.
No.
No. Even if it was like a fine ass girl and she really wanted to take you out.
No, because I don't look at girls like I don't look at like, oh, you fine. I look at them like, oh, you're pretty.
Oh, so what? Like, was she was like pretty?
Yeah, she was pretty. And
was
had
she
good
more
energy.
mask or more femme?
No, we were like,
it was like equal.
Yeah,
I love that.
She was a little bit more like I would say like indie than me.
Okay.
Like I'm more like bad bitch, and she was just like more like. Indie is the word that comes to mind.
Yeah, like more hippie.
Yeah, ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2 different vibes, but like, you know, the energy was there. It was, right. You know, like.
I love that.
Yeah, no, that shit
love lesbian sex.
That, okay. All right. Hold on. hold.
Relax.
Whoa.
We're not claiming that word.
Oh, that's a lot.
But that's the lesbian version.
I would like never ever actually. I won't say never ever, but like if I were to date a girl, the niggas done did me dirt.
Dang. Because you do love dick.
What?
But why don't you try just like maybe dating one girl? Oh, okay.
Who's
gonna pay?
Literally. I'm not. I'm a princess.
Well, if she asks you out, then she's gonna have to pay.
But then that whole like I'm not doing 50-50 with no hoe. Like
I think it's all about like who asks who out first, though. You know what I mean?
They're not getting asked out by me.
I know. That's what I'm saying. She asked you out. She's taking you out.
That doesn't sound like I want to do it.
Oh.
Sex, yes.
What if it was Kaylani?
No.
Really?
To date? No. I don't even, like, I'm not even trying to play with you like that. You get me?
I'd
fuck her.
If Kaylani had a crush on me, I'd be like, I'm down to try it. Like,
but you're like more lesbian.
What?
Like, I could see you actually dating a girl.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know.
Because, like, if there was, like, a, like, mask type of girl, like, you'd be down with that. If you weren't.
Okay.
Like.
Maybe if we were, like, poly.
Yes. Yeah. But I feel like you wouldn't, like, you would go, like, the more mask, like.
Oh, for sure. Because definitely had crushes on a few studs. Like, there's one stud I came across at the Virgil. I'll never stop thinking about her, she, they. Like, I don't know her pronouns. I'm disgusting.
That was very passionate.
Yeah. Like, I just remember feeling something, but feeling really nervous because I was like, I've never tapped into it. This is just, like, scary, you know?
I will say, okay, I did lie a little bit. There's this girl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I feel like.
There's this girl, but she's more pretty to me. Okay. There's this girl that, like, we kind of grew up together. And not together like that, like adjacent. So we know each other. Right. And she's so pretty to me and so fire. And I know her sex will probably be fire. She's a stud. She died? No, I said,
she's dead. Oh, I thought you said she's dead.
No.
I was like,
she's very much alive.
Okay. Oh my God. What am I? It's getting dark.
Wait. Yeah, no. Yeah, she's one set that I would be like, okay.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, there's gotta be.
But really, just for the sex though.
Oh, okay.
Like for me, like, if I'm gonna be in a relationship with you, you need to be a nigga. Like you.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah, I just don't see it any other way. I don't see it any other way. I don't see like.
That's why I was like, I don't think I could see myself actually like dating or settling down with a woman because like
a settle down with is crazy.
It's crazy, me. Yeah. But like, would I play around and have a good time?
Oh yeah,
perhaps.
I'm definitely going to.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm more. Manifesting 2024 lesbian Steph. Here she comes. CUM.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I want that for me too.
Yeah.
I want more. I just want some girl sex. That's what I like to call it. It's fire.
Sometimes you just want to switch it up. Because, like, as much as we love dick, it's just like, it's.
No, don't get me wrong. That shit be. Right now.
It's because you just got some amazing dick.
I did. Yeah. Right now.
And dick is incredible. Don't get me wrong.
Wait, especially when they do it how they need to do it.
Yeah. But.
I feel like I've had lackluster penis for the past 2 years.
Are you sure?
No, yeah, I'm lying.
Because I feel like I'd be talking to you.
I had good dick in Houston.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd be talking to you. You'd be like, I got good dick. I'm like, okay.
I think the last guy.
But it's not like you have feelings over them. It's just.
Yeah. Honestly, now. Okay, so. If you're an OG, you know how I used to move. Very Savage Girl 6. I'm in my Lover Girl era now. Like.
Certified lover girl.
You know, I'm really out here growing and trying to like
trying to find a man.
Trying to like be serious. But I realized that, like, I've been reflecting a lot. Like, I realized younger me, the reason. So I thought it's two parts. I thought that like there was something that I wasn't doing because like why everybody I know getting a boyfriend. And what am I doing wrong? You know? Then I recently figured out, like, the girls are like, giving cues, like, hey, I want this with you. And I wasn't moving like that.
No.
I didn't know that I could move like that. Like, if a guy likes me and I liked him back, or, like, I would try to like him back. But I realized the reason I had so many situationships is because I never really liked these people. Like, yeah, like, I have not... Like, they're cool.
You like the validation they give you. They make
you
feel sexy. They give you, you know.
But when it comes to like a deep level, I never wanted to go deep with those people. So, like, I low-key need to apologize
that's just, like...
to my younger self because I was beating her. Like, I felt like how I was saying how I felt about myself. I felt like I wasn't attractive and, like, all these different things because the outcomes that I wanted weren't happening. And now I realized...
Girl, that just happens to everybody.
Right. Like
that's everybody.
I realized I was subconsciously, like, not choosing these people because...
You didn't think you were worthy.
But I also just wasn't that into them. I liked that they were into me. A lot of them. Yeah. I think the only person I really fucking liked was Raymond.
Not the little kid, right?
Oh my God. Don't do that.
But you did like Raymond, yeah.
I liked him a lot.
Yeah.
I liked the other one too.
Yeah.
But also,
I hate him so much.
I know.
I mean, I don't know him as a person. This isn't a personal thing to him because I don't know. However,
our situation was a little messy.
The situation, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No. But yeah.
Yeah. But him. Okay, so I liked Raymond. I liked him, and then I also. I guess I liked the guy that I was with in Atlanta. But everybody in between.
But did you ever get, like, deep? Like, did you ever get vulnerable with them? Did you ever... Do you know how to get vulnerable? Like, not even just with men, but just, like... I mean, I feel like you get vulnerable with me. Yeah. I feel like you know how to... I feel like you're starting to. The old you.
Oh, no.
No. Because every time I'd cry, you'd be like, bitch, why? Like, you would literally be like, why are you crying, you know?
Yeah, no.
But now you're like, you embrace it. I will, like, you are... totally different in that way.
Yeah.
Where you've realized, like, wait, I need to be more, like, in tune with my emotions and not shame it and, like,
honestly, that's because I realized that, like, I was protecting myself.
Of course. Trying
to be, like, this hard ass or whatever. And then I got to a point where I was becoming friends with people and they were seeing me as this boss babe.
So, sorry.
No, you're...
Where does that come from? Why do you feel like you need to, like, protect your feelings so much? Because I feel like one of the big things about you is that you do that. Like, it's such a huge part of, like,
my identity.
Your identity, you know? And, like, I mean, but like, I've known you for so long. I know you're vulnerable. I know you're sensitive. I know you're loving. Mm-hmm. But, like, you have such a hard exterior that, like, it could just be misunderstood.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? And, like, where does that hard exterior come from? Like, why are you so, like, tough in that way?
Well, let's take it to astrology. Number one, like, off top, I'm a Scorpio rising. So, like, I want
to take it to your childhood.
Yeah, no, I come off that way.
Yeah. I was like, I want to take it to your trauma.
Yeah. It's because the lens on me when I was younger was super critical. Like, there was, like, a need for me to be perfect, for me to be, like, on my shit at a young fucking age. I was very wise at a young age too, but, like, it was like my mom was a teen mom, so don't be a teen mom. So then I shut off my feelings because I was afraid that if I had sex with somebody, like, if I'm taking it deep, like, if I had sex with somebody, I could end up pregnant, and then I end up like my mom, and she's a teen mom, and, like, it was just that's what the story that was told to me. Right. So then I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna have feelings because I feel like sex and feelings are tied together, and, like, if I like someone, then I'm gonna want to have sex with them, and then I could become a teen mom, like all of these things.
You were just trying so hard not to be your mom.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm the oldest, so, like, microscope is on me. Everything I did was, like, either what you should do or what you shouldn't do. And so over time, like, I replaced the pressures that I was feeling at home on myself and in my life. And so I was trying to control everything and trying to, like...
Yeah, because it is a control thing.
Sure. I was trying to control... And, like, I've worked on not being so controlling over the past couple years. And so now I'm, like... I hit a point where, like, one of my friends treated me like... It felt like she treated me like I was a superhero. And, like, I didn't have feelings or emotions. And at that time, I was really getting in tune. So I was super sensitive.
Right.
And I felt like my sensitivities were always overshadowed over hers. And it was like, I would be vulnerable. I would allow her to be vulnerable with me, but I couldn't be vulnerable with her. And it really hurt me. And so when I spoke up about it, she just, like, didn't talk to me anymore. I haven't talked to her in, like, 2 years. And that just showed me that, like, I have to just be a bit more discerning about the energies around me, because I knew something was up in the beginning and I didn't trust it. And so now it's like, instead of closing myself off to everyone, just be more discerning about who you can share certain things with. And, like, it, like, you know, you've been in the gym shooting with me. So, like, I'm able to come to you about, like, I think our last conversation, I was fucking crying in my bed, fucking
yeah, you're like,
crying.
I hate
in my bed, fucking
like, girl,
crying.
I feel you, yeah.
And, like, I normally am not like that, but, like, now I have a really good people around me who allow me to be human, as I call it, because for so long, I didn't allow myself, so I was attracting people who didn't allow that from me, who, like, wanted to be around me just for benefits and whatever they thought. And so it was just like, okay, I mean, thank God I had those protections up earlier, but it also helped me see, like,
there needs to be a balance. Yeah.
It helped me see, like, everyone that's in my life right now, you're either old and really rode shit out with me, or you're, like, new and the energy is, like, this new place that I'm at, that I'm attracting, like, good people that I could be vulnerable with, and you know, just working through.
Oh, I love that.
The trauma. Growth. You know, growth.
That's her meme.
Yeah.
But going back to your mom, because I think there's such a, like, mother-daughter relationship, and I've talked about it all the time with me and my mom. Like, what was that dynamic between you and your mom? And was she someone that was very emotional, or was she also closed off too? Like, how is she like?
Oh, she's very closed off.
Okay.
When I was younger, my mom was my world. Like, I was obsessed with her. I wanted to be her. And so there was this conflict of, like, I wanted to be her, but people were telling me not to be her, and, like, all of these different things. And
how old was she when she had you?
She had me at 15.
Okay, yeah, so she's...
Yeah, so it's a lot, and, like, my childhood was traumatic, like, just a lot of shit that went on. Yeah. And so my mom, like, she didn't raise me, my grandma did, so she always had, like, resentment. And even though, like, I was, like, my mom was, like, my biggest cheerleader when I was a kid, but then as I was getting older, and I felt like when I started to really start stepping into myself, she started to kind of, like, pick at me. And so, like, she would make little comments about just the way that I would show up in the world, that made me second guess myself, and made me, like, she'd be like, why do you act like we have money? And, like, why do you? So, like, my scarcity mindset comes from her. Like, I feel like I'm not worthy of the things that I want because of her little, like, comments that she said, and I've like, realized I play that over and over in my subconscious mind, and that was my belief for a long time. So then I was just, like, trying to get to the root of, like, this block that I felt like I was having, and it was like, okay, what's going on here? And then I had to go back and do, like, some shadow work and realize, okay, when did you start thinking this about yourself? And then I remember hearing that scene in my head of my mom saying, why do you think we have money? And da-da-da. Like, you know, like, oh,
you're like, you're not on that level,
right?
Like, don't try to act like you
and so when
worthy of something that you don't have.
Opportunities were coming up for me to elevate, I was second guessing myself, imposter syndrome, and, like, just all this stuff, and, like, feeling like I was blocked in my career. But then I always had to remind myself, like, look at where you started to where you are now, with trauma included. You're still doing really good for yourself. So, yeah, it's. My mom, I even say it now, my mom resents me for...
Because you didn't end up like her. And you have probably the life that she would have wanted.
In some way, shape, or form. Like,
and also because, like, for having you at such a young age, too, it's like, you're so close in age almost, where it's like, you could...
Everyone thinks she's my older sister.
Yeah, like, you compare.
Yeah. And
so...
And it's interesting. It's sad because it's like, I know she loves me dearly, but
it's just her shit.
A lot of times I always tell her, I was like, I feel like I'm your trophy.
Right.
Like, she tells everyone about me, but in my, like, at home, she doesn't even dust me. She doesn't even really take care of me. but I'm just for show for her. And so dealing with that kind of stuff, just like uprooting all of that. It's like, okay, I'm guarded. I'm this, I'm that. Why am I this way? Because I didn't experience the love that I thought I was entitled to when I was younger.
Did she ever show you love? Did she ever say, I love you? Was she ever affectionate? Did she give you
hugs?
Yeah, yeah.
She was. But then at one point, it was when, probably like after I turned 15.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Which shows.
And then my life.
She's like, projecting.
Yeah, like I remember at that point, I knew what I wanted. I knew where I was going to college. Like,
yeah.
I did everything that I said I did. To this day, that's the person that I am.
Yeah.
And I think she uses that to build herself up, but doesn't pour into me or love on me in that way.
Yeah.
It's sad,
but
it's
never say like I'm proud of you or anything like that. Mm-mm. I'm proud of you. Thank you. And I love you.
Love you too.
And I think you're amazing.
Yeah, I feel like I wasn't blessed with like the best mother, but the women in my life y'all give me that.
Yeah.
Like that sisterhood, it feels like I have a lot of moms. Like I have a lot of I've always had
I'm always like very motherly. I just have a very motherly nature.
Mm-hmm. I've always had really nice maternal maternal women who like pour into me and so I'm grateful that
I'm gonna cry. I'm also kind of buzzed. But I'm gonna cry because I feel it.
Yeah. You are maternal.
I'm very maternal. I want to be a mom so bad.
Are your ovaries like aching? Bless you.
Yeah, like we want kids emotionally, physically.
That mentally. Was me in Houston. I wanted to settle down. I wanted my eggs cracked and my last name dropped.
Ooh, I like that, Brian. Anyways,
but now I'm in Miami, so
this was. I love this. I felt like we saw a different side of you. Like, I mean, you've been deep on the show before too, but
it was different. Back
I feel like we never really talked too much about your childhood because I know that that's like very sensitive.
It is.
And so
the only reason we're talking about it is because I trust you.
Yeah. And I think that a lot of people could relate. I think that I could relate in my own way, even though it's like a different scenario. Like I have mommy issues too. Right. Like, I think that like we talk about daddy issues, but mommy issues is a real shit, And so I'm also like, I'm not the oldest, but I'm the oldest daughter, which is like, if anyone who knows being like, the oldest also daughter, being the only girl, so there was, and a middle child, I just went through a lot,
Right. So, you're the only girl?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why I think you
have I have a sister who's younger, but she's, Ariana, my dad remarried, and it was my stepmom's previous marriage daughter.
Okay, because I knew there was another
stepsister.
Girl. Okay.
Yeah. But my dad adopted her, so we have the same last name.
Okay.
So, yeah, but we have huge age gap. She also grew up, they went to Michigan years ago. So we were robbed of that experience to be like sisters in that way. But she's not my sister. But I grew up with, brothers. Being the only girl is what like the experience I relate to. But yeah. And I think that like no matter what place you have like in the family, being the oldest, being a son, being a daughter, like that each comes with its own shit.
Yeah.
And so
one thing I learned is like as we're getting older, I forgave my mom and I've forgiven both of my parents for like their shortcomings. And now that I'm getting older and I'm at my age, I couldn't imagine being my mom.
I know when you start humanizing them, you're like, damn, yeah, that was rough. Like I'm sorry I had to go through that,
She had 2 kids by the age of 17.
That's crazy.
Had 3 by 23, yeah.
Oh, nah.
And like
that's crazy.
Didn't know
what to do. She's a kid.
Fucking 15?
That's like crazy.
My mom currently, like emotional intelligence wise, she's trapped at 17.
I was gonna say, like, she still act like she's young.
What?
Yeah.
And looking at that, I don't take it as personal.
Yeah, because that's her journey.
Like I took away what I needed to. I forgave, did what I needed to do on my end. And I think that's the best thing that we can do as like children, because our parents did the best they fucking could. A lot of them, like, especially if, like for Black and brown people, we didn't have these tools that we wish, the tools that we have, our parents didn't have access to.
No.
And so,
I just think even as a generation, like, they didn't have the internet.
No, like to know
to
how to
Google, like, why is my kid crying all the time? You know, like, they don't know. They're just like
parents have millions of books and stuff at their disposal now. Yeah, and like just things were different back then. Like, there weren't all the protections and like just the things. Like, it's kind of like they kind of had to fuck up with us a little bit to get to fix some shit.
Oh, for sure.
But I feel like we're strong enough collectively we're gonna be great parents.
I mean, that's why we're all like, all of us like advocate for like mental health, because we've all been traumatized.
Right.
Someone traumatized us.
Also, I love that like a lot of my friends are child free currently. They're older, but child free. I have a lot of.
I think it's just the economy, and trauma.
True, but I think that like we're conscious about like what we want as far, because for me, I have to have a certain little setup when it's time for the baby. Right. Like, I'm not, and I used to say,
not just popping in.
No, and I used to say like, oh, if it happens at my big ass age, like I'm just gonna take one for the team. Right. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm definitely not.
I know you used to say that.
Yeah, definitely. Because I felt like it was irresponsible for me to go and abort something that like I knew what I was doing. Right. But
if it's just not a good situation, why bring it to it? You know.
You know, it's like if it's different if like I'm married and shit like that, like different. But also, and then everybody's life is different. Some people don't want like partnership and stuff like that. Like me, I need that. For me to, like, I've talked to God. For me to become a mother, husband. Right. That man needs to love me. He needs to love you. And then me. And then we figure it out. I don't want it outside of that. And,
you don't want, And
I'm glad you
live that. And you know what it's like. And you're like,
I want to break the chain. I want to do, do something different. So,
I love that. I love the growth.
Yeah, I've definitely grown a lot.
She's not just 6; she's 7 now. She grew up. It's gonna.
Oh my gosh.
7 fears. I couldn't do this. Sixelaafiercee.
That's actually Facebook. Yeah, no. I'm still 6. I'm like 6 3.0.
I know. Just
stay up. I stay upgrading. I am not at my final form yet, but I'm learning to be happy while I'm where I'm at.
Yeah, because I feel like I always remind myself that the journey is actually like
the fun part.
Mm-hmm. Because as much as I still love what I do with vocal therapy. Like, it's, I mean, that's why I'm here. But like, I do kind of miss sometimes, like, even though back then I was not happy. I was struggling. But like, sometimes I look back, I'm like, man, it was kind of fun to like struggle a little bit.
No,
and to get to know myself and to get to know what the show is gonna be, So I always think about that.
Back.
Yeah, I love looking back too. So I always look back at that. I'm like, man, like the journey is really where it's at, and like
the story
just
you get
the
to
story,
tell.
like just because it's really gonna come together when you just believe in yourself and consistency and everything, But it's just like trust the process.
No, and people I'm telling y'all, when they said that your 30s are your 20s with more money and just like more wisdom, it's so true, because people used to be like, trust the process, and I'd be like
you're annoying, yeah.
And I'd be like, what does that mean? What does that even look like? But I've gotten through some really tough times where like trusting the process was like praying myself through the day. Or like just getting to tomorrow, It
looks different.
Yeah, or like everyone. Or just booking the fucking flight.
Or just not having control and just enjoying the moment. Like, because having everything I feel like it would be such a different show if I had everything handed to me year one.
What?
It'd just be so different. I needed the growth.
My favorite, like, fan stuff that you post is when people are telling you how they like just stumbled across you and binged you in like 24 hours.
Right.
I love when people say that, because it's like
Because that's years.
Everything counted.
Yeah.
Everything like every deposit hit the fucking bank.
Exactly.
And it changed someone's perspective. It changed their life. Like, they were able to see a different side that they weren't able to see before. And, like, you were doing it just for love, but it's like the way you're, again, pouring, what you're pouring out on a consistent basis is, like, gold. Like,
for sure.
And
just because, like, I don't get that listen right away, but, like, someone could find it later, you know? And it's like,
I'm
that
learning
is
that right
like,
now. You've taught me that, like, watching your journey, being one of the first people on this thing to see you now in your own studio with the lights. Like, this girl got living 2 cameras. Living with a man, honey.
I know.
She is living with a man. Like, y'all, this is, if you want to know, if you don't know what trust the process looks like, look at
literally.
Look at Steph's journey.
And it's still, like, I'm still not where I want to be, too. Like, there's still so much more growth that
You're so humble. That
I want. Like, I think of all the things that I want. I'm like, that just, if I tell the world, people look at me like I'm crazy. So I'm like, to me, I'm like, I know how far I've come. I'm very humble about it. I'm very grateful. But I'm also like, I'm still in this journey. Like, I still have so much more that I want to do. And I think sometimes I get really stressed about that because I'm like, why am I not there yet? You know, like, why am I not making this amount of money or having this amount of views or, like, whatever? And it's just like, I try to, like, get rid of that extra fucking noise and be like, but are you having fun? You get to hang out with Six and talk about, like, your life and, like, you know, you get to, like, for instance, I'm interviewing someone tomorrow for one of my favorite shows. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I get to do things that, like, I'm having so much fun doing it. Like, that's
the goal.
That's why I did it. That's why I started. So you always have to, like, go back to, like, why did I start this? Ooh, like, that excitement that I would feel, like, having, like, you come over to my dungeon. You know what I mean? Like, that was so exciting for me.
The growth of, like, being in the dungeon to being in the apartment. Like,
yeah. We're not in a mansion yet. See, we still got a place to go, but you know what I mean?
And it's also like the goalpost keeps moving.
Yeah. So
if you don't stop and look at now, you're gonna miss this.
Exactly. And so I gotta embrace, like, this is an era. Like, you know, like the last era was when I was in Oakland and coming down here all the time, and you know, like,
you've been on your grind.
Like, it's been, you know, and it doesn't, if I've been on a grind, but it doesn't feel like it because I try to remind myself, like, are you still having fun? Like, are you having fun doing it? Then that, like, keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
And life is supposed to be fun. Don't let
nobody tell
y'all anything else.
And I'm so glad that, like, I mean, sometimes I get mad at myself for choosing the fun way of life. But like, I'm so glad I did. I mean, I think that, like,
stories to tell, I'm telling you. I could see you writing a book.
You know, I've been told that eventually.
You give low-key, like, talk show host. You're giving, like, Drew Barrymore.
I love Drew Barrymore. She's such a little vibe.
Yeah,
she's so cuddly. She's so cuddly. She's such a golden retriever.
She be like this.
She be in your face. I don't think I'm like, because I'm not, like, touchy. So I won't be like that.
Like the new Ricky Lake.
I'm not Ricky Lake. Maybe, like, non-problematic Tyra.
Oh, Tyra's show was good.
I love Tyra, but she a little problematic and she a little crazy. But I think
Tyra's show was real good.
Yeah,
I loved that show.
I loved Tyra.
You give daytime talk show.
No, nighttime talk show, bitch.
I don't know.
Daytime and the nighttime, though.
I give
because daytime is like, you really got to be censored, and I can't be that censored.
Oh, you're right.
Like, you can't say anything that I talk about on here.
You're right.
You know? Mm-hmm. So it's got to be like daytime vibes, but at night. But not like Jimmy Fallon or anything like that.
Yeah, because when I think of nighttime, I think of Jimmy Fallon.
Right.
And that's not giving you.
No.
You need to give
Tyra
a better
night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tyra at night, non-problematic.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. You're going to be a lesbian talk show host.
I'm not a lesbian.
No, you're a bisexual talk show host.
I'm not even bisexual. I don't even know. I don't know yet until I try it.
I'm telling you.
I don't even like to put a label on it. You know?
That's me too. I'm
out here just want to try things.
Yeah.
And see what I like, you know?
I'm telling you, you're gonna love it.
Well, anyways. Oh my God, we're over an hour.
That's good.
Hey, when are you gonna be back next?
June.
June.
Yeah. June, I think, is when I'm coming back.
I need to go to Miami because
you can come into Miami.
Because tickets were really not that expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I need to fly out.
Yeah, I have some flights coming up soon. Your girls
will come over.
Traveling.
We need next time, or if you have time this time, I don't know. Maybe I don't think I have to. Anyways, next time we should do like a 2016 type of night.
Ooh,
let's go out.
Yeah,
you know.
Is Ten the Tree still a thing? I want to check it out.
No, they're not. I know. They got taken down for like racism or some shit. They're racist. Oh, they're racist against Filipinos and black people.
What the? Every time I went to the South, I was there.
I know. That was your customer.
Is black still a thing?
No.
Where do people go here?
I don't know because I don't go out. You guys, comment if you're from LA. Like, what bars do you go? Yeah. What's the vibe? I went to General Lee's for my birthday, and that was a vibe.
That's where you did your birthday a couple years ago.
And they were playing good music.
They always play good music, though.
Yeah.
That's always been a vibe.
Yeah, it was like hipster. We couldn't find...
back then?
When I went for my birthday. It was like a lot of hipster vibes. Hipsters that love hip-hop.
Oh.
Which is like me. Actually, I'm not a hipster. I don't even know what the fuck I am.
You used to be a hipster.
When?
Low key. When you lived on Mitchell Tarina.
Don't tell them my street. My old street, my old address.
You don't. Is that
Silver Lake?
Name, huh?
Was I? Just because I lived in Silver Lake doesn't mean I was a hipster.
But the way you dressed was kind of hipster.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because I wear a denim and jacket.
Yeah.
Maybe a hipster.
A denim jacket with your leggings and your boots. Come on.
I mean, I still wear that today.
But it's different.
What do you mean?
You used to wear hats and stuff too.
Or I did a long brim fedora.
Exactly.
Stuff.
Yeah.
No, I wear my Brocal Therapy merch hat
and sip on beer.
I would sip on a blue moon.
Yeah, you're very. What a ritual. We used to park up on the hill. Make sure you got your parking brake on. Then we would walk down and walk to the little liquor store.
Parking brake on.
That was so cute. When I think about,
I love that street
moments. We had some cute fucking moments.
We had some really cute, LA girly
moments.
Because in my street, what I loved about living in Silver Lake, if you go up the hill a little bit, you get the whole view of downtown LA.
Mm-hmm. Weren't you super close to Silver Lake Ramen? Wasn't it
it was literally over
the hill,
down the hill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So now you know where I used to live. Now you know where the dungeon was. I don't live there anymore.
Right.
But
look it up. Dungeon on Mitchell Tarina.
They sold the house. It's crazy. And so I saw it on Zillow, and they made it to a yoga room. I wish. It was only $1 million, which I know is a lot.
Only $1 million for that? Fuck no.
I know, but LA wise, that's not that bad. LA wise.
See, I am so spoiled. That's why I love the South, child. That you get that for $300K.
I know
in Texas
for sure. But
who knew I would have loved Texas? How much I do. I love Texas.
I know. Real estate's just But I mean, they sold it for $1 million. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's actually.
So
the views was low key lit from your balcony.
It was lit. I would just smoke my fucking cigarettes on that balcony. Just have a view of Silver Lake.
There's a little spiral staircase. Yeah.
Yes.
That was a vibe.
What an era, man. But then also, it was so shady getting my room. Remember, I have to, go through the laundry room. And literally, guys, the hallways were, so narrow. You had to walk sideways in order to, get to my room. It was crazy.
It was, yeah. But, I mean, we loved it.
We made it work.
We made it work, girl. Yeah, I'm proud of you.
That was $500 to live in that dungeon.
I'm proud of you.
That'd probably be $1,000 now.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Anyways, plug yourself.
At Sixelaafiercee on everything. Yeah. I
was gonna say, girl.
Y'all, I'm on YouTube. YouTube is it's my main thing right now. It's been something that I've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to do this.
You've been wanting to do this for forever.
Yeah, and so I'm finally leaning into it hardcore, and I was leaning into it before, but now
I'm really proud of you because you're really consistent.
Thank you.
So you guys should check out her vlogs.
Yeah, I do vlogging. I'm also coming out with sit down content and stuff. I've done a couple of them so far. Lots on the way. A lot is on the way.
I'll have the links in the description if you guys want to check it out.
Check it out. I'm on TikTok. I'm not really on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. Come watch the stories. They're always a vibe. Turn your headphones on because the music be bumping.
And she be lip syncing to it, be like,
y'all get to see how much I love me, you know?
Yeah. I love that. And then you guys follow me, Stefanie Maegan, or go to brocotherapy.com. All that shit is there. Bye.
Bye.
Growth therapy.